matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, come on, guys.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency, and he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The numbers for Washington in last week's contest: 15 carries, 114 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. 3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake. Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 12 yards there and a first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Running it, Washington. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's true.
That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. Carr going to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And trotting back out onto the field, Travis Kelce. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
53 at the line. Here we go.
Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Mahomes now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Carr now to throw. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tahir Whitehead. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shane Ray, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Room here to run. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
All day, every day.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to put
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Carr now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr, and he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carr now on first down. The open man here, Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Let's go!
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the team...
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. The 30, 10, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 88 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 2nd down, it's Williams. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Watch the run.
First and 10 at the 43.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now left side on the swing pass. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
We play to win. Let's go.
And now here come the Raiders. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because
well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Carr. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 20. It's a foot race. 30, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They go play action here on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr, and able to complete it to Moreau. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Carr gonna throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. And this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now,
and he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. The former 1st-round pick, Shane Ray, in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but What an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. A big offensive explosion.